Okay, can you hear me now? Because I'm hearing myself out of the speakers. This is why I started a few minutes early because I knew there would be issues. OBS likes giving me a lot of problems. Okay, so now I'm going to rotate myself back in my painting chair. So we'll go back over what I do with the layers then. Yeah, I'm supposed to have a chat up here, but it's not working. So with portraits, this will be the outlines, the front hair, like bangs and things. This will be the skin, and that will be the background and body. With landscaping, I always do the sky and then work my way up into the foreground, which is essentially awesome if you do it that way. But you got to keep up with what layer you're on because you don't want to paint on the wrong layer. Okay. When you're doing painting, I try to keep this off unless I really need blending. If you don't, you're going to get all kind of muddy colors. But I will constantly be switching this back and forth, especially with doing portraits. I always keep the thickness on high, even though I can't tell a difference. I'll show you at the end of our little session. I'll go into Brushwork Studio and show you how awesome their thick is. I wish this was like that as far as showing the thickness of paint. And of course, I always keep an infinity paint on, which is good too. I mostly work when I'm doing my outlines with the long brush. Okay, and so now we're going to start this. We're going to go here. If you have any questions, like I said, let me know. There's nothing wrong with using the projector. A lot of people do. And if you're not a new artist, I suggest you do it. But it's okay, there we go. So you can make that bigger, but we're not going to use the projector today. A lot of artists, like especially the college students, will shun projectors. How dare you use a projector? There's nothing wrong with it. There's a lot of great artists who do it before projectors were made. They use mirrors, and that's how they did that, like Vermeer. So there's nothing wrong with it. I suggest you do it for portraits, especially because you don't want one eyeball higher than the other one, or you don't want your nose too high. I mean, you have to get your proportions right, and in an app like this, it's very hard. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're on our outline layer. We need to get everything outlined. Cut that, cut that off. Okay, we're going to start about right here, and looks like we have a little path. Mine's not going to be exactly like the picture, but that's why I like Pixabay because you can do whatever you want with it. Um, you can even sell whatever you use out of it. So if you do a painting, you get the license to do that or the view to do that. Uh, Looks like we're gonna have a tree here, and a tree here, and possibly a castle here. And we're going to have a lantern here. And then we're going to have a whole bunch of tombstones. Okay. So now we are going to work on our sky in the background. I didn't pre make these ahead of time. Oh no. I'm left handed, so on mine is the A button to undo it. But if you're right handed, it would be your X button, I believe. Yep. I'm not cleaning the brush like I'm supposed to. Alright, we are gonna. I always use this brush. I use this brush more than anything. There we go. I always end my year with a really good painting, and I always start my year with a really good painting. So once I get done with this, because this is my first Vermillion painting of the year, I will go do watercolor, so I can have my first watercolor painting of the year. I mean, I could use that brush to do the same thing I'm doing now, but everything I do on Vermillion is usually this little flat brush, which you can make smaller or bigger, smooth or bristle. Bristle I only do for texture, like hair and maybe wood grains. If you have a Quest 3 also with Vermillion, one of the coolest things about that is the pass through. You can actually do a portrait of your friend, have them um, sit there, and then you can just paint up their picture. If you can get them to sit long enough to do it. Okay. We'll have to lighten it a little bit. So we're barely gonna. And then make sure the brush is clean and set that up a little bit. And then we're going to start blending it out. I even blend with this brush. I do everything with this brush. I have so many issues with the other brushes on here. Going to blend that out in there. Get a little more lightness in there. And this is where you go back and forth with that too. Because you might not want some areas to be as smooth as the other ones. We're going to add some more lighter blue. You can also move that down. Yeah, just practice every day. That's what me and Jeff did. And we knocked out like 1,000 paintings just in multiplayer. Add some more blue. Starting to blend and I don't want it to, so we'll do that. We're just going to dab it. That way we still have blue in there to blend it. Oh, you're welcome, Sim. Yeah, Quest 3 is really amazing. It doesn't really change the quality of the picture, I don't believe, as far as saving it to the computer. But if you are in the actual app, you can actually see the grains of the canvas now. So the quality visually inside the app is a whole lot better. We're going to have to go back in and add some darkness, but that's okay. We'll end up having to do several layers. Am I on the right layer? Yes, I am. Okay. Now I'm second questioning my layers, and you have to. Like I have done like half a painting on my outline layer, so I go to clean my layer and end up deleting some of my painting, erasing some of my painting. And if you want it extra super smooth, just do circular motions with that brush. Okay. We need some more green right in here. We have this cut on a little bit, so you'll see that's darker than this one. I thought at one point they were going to add airbrush into this. They may have canceled that. I think he's just doing little updates to it, like where is it? Oh, there it is. The little updates that he is adding is mainly paint by number, and I can go over that later if anybody wants to see that. I don't know if he's actually doing major updates anymore. But I thought he was going to add something there because there's like a missing brush right there, so I wasn't sure if he was still going to do that or not. There we go. Crank that bad boy up. And I don't know if people actually still use uh, multiplayer or not because I tried to do some multiplayer sessions and I didn't see anybody in there. But this is really one of the greatest apps. Just add a little more. And then we'll start adding that. Let's see. You can also smooth with this if it's on smooth. to give it more of a cloud airiness to it. I do a lot of my clouds with that one. And like I said, we're not going to do exact picture of this because you do want to make it your own. We just want to do airy strokes, circular strokes, and always clean your brush. I took 2 semesters of art in community college because I was wanting some time fillers in between my TV production classes. And then I realized, man, I should have done pre art instead because I really liked it. But I did do like 2 drawing classes, painting class. Maybe I did 2 painting classes, and then I did art history. This is going to be covered by a tree, so we're going to darken that a little bit because it looks like there's some poking out. I don't know if you saw Sam, but I added some more lives to be done. I got another painting one tomorrow, but I might spend some time in Brushwork Studio for that. And of course, we'll work a little in here too. But next week, I'm going to do Such Art, which is a little art game that came out. And then we're going to work on some more stuff. So I'm going to have a lot of cool stuff happening on here. Oh, sure. I'll do a video on that. Cause I am not, like I said, I'm not on the Steam. This isn't the Steam version. I own the Steam version, but this is not the Steam version. So I'm gonna do a really extensive video for you, so that you'll be able to do that. Cause I'm gonna have to get onto the OBS and show the main screen. Why is there brown in that? Okay. Your joystick, if you move it to the left, since I'm left-handed, it's on my right hand. But if you're right-handed painter, it'll be your left hand. If you do your joystick to the left, you can undo whatever you have on your easel there. Um, yeah. If this happens and you gotta completely redo your palette, any color that you mixed you don't want to go away, put down here. Because a lot of people ask me what this is for. It's for screw ups like this. I mean, I could take a rag. Actually, I could take a rag to it. But then anything you put on the rag part will be thinned out, and we don't want that. So we're just going to reset it and just add my colors back. And if you run out of room, you can start doing your paints down here as well. All right. That's what I get for not cleaning my brush. All right, I'm going to need a gray. It's still coming out brown. What the hell? If that happens, that means you got your colors are muddy. You need to cut this down as much as possible. Yeah. I hope it didn't glitch. Sometimes you get really weird glitches in here. Yeah, we got a glitch. No! I don't know if you can see it. If you can see it, let me know in the chat. Um, all right, let me put my head down so you can get it. You might not be able to see it, but sometimes there's glitches in Vermillion where the colors don't come out right. So what it did was it added freaking brown. There's no brown anywhere here, but it's adding it onto the canvas, and that just totally messed up my painting. That means I'm gonna have to do a bug report. Um, and it's only doing it to my grays. What the heck? Yep. Only way I know to fix that is to add black and then go over it with white, unless the white is broke. So we'll crank the nope, it's the white. The white's broke. Okay. All right. So that might be all I can do on this painting. Then we're gonna save it, and then I'm gonna direct the creator to this video stream so he can see what happened. We're gonna try a new canvas. This happened at the very beginning when they first started implementing multiplayer, and it really sucked because me and my buddies would get like 80% done with the painting, and then all of a sudden it's screwed. Let me try it again. All right, that's black, that's white, and I even redid the palette. So this is the all new palette. That's gray. Oh, my canvas is tainted. So the picture I did was working on was glitched. Let me see again. Black. And we had blue mixed in with that, right? Nope. I'm still getting brown. And those colors don't create brown. Okay, so since the white's not cooperating, I'll I'll just start a new. We'll just do a Vermillion video. I won't be able to do the first painting then. Um, If you need to learn anything, I can show you how it's done. If you're curious about the paint by numbers, what you do is you will go to DuckDuckGo or a browser that lets you do this. Uh, Winter Storm. And we'll go to images. We want one with not that many details like trees and stuff. Trees is held to do with paint by number. And I really just want to show you how paint by number works. So that's not what I wanted. You don't want to fully open it. You want it so that it says file view. Let's see. What am I doing? Okay. Like this right here. Custom. You know what? It's not working. There's supposed to be a screen. Did he fix it? Because then the picture ends up here. Oh, there it is. Oh, we just downloaded it, so now we'll open it. So you hit that button that says download, and we go and open the picture. So here's the picture, right? We'll do custom. All right. There's not a lot of colors in here anyway. The more colors, the better, though. We'll do like 11 colors maybe and hit create. So what that'll do is it'll create a canvas with the outlines already on it for you. We picked a lot of colors and a lot of detail. If it's too much detail and it makes you feel like you're going to pass out, lower the detail, and here you go. And that's how you do the paint by numbers. So you're going to grab your brush. The numbers aren't on here, but one cool thing is you're going to hit select that button, and it's only going to highlight in gray the areas it wants you to paint. And your palette automatically matches what you're supposed to paint. So then you'll grab that number one, and then you'll start painting that area. If you get into really small areas and you need a smaller brush, because like I said, I use this brush for everything. Um, you have this brush here, and you can swap it to the smaller tip, and then you can get into the smaller areas. And that's essentially what you're going to do until you finish the painting. I actually started the skull one that came with the pack and ended up deleting it because every December 31st, I want to start out with a fresh slate so I can keep up with how many paintings I did in the year. Okay. We're going to click on another one so I can show you. All right, you see where it says show lines on canvas? Off, under, over. If you are doing under, let me grab number 3. When you're painting, the lines will remain under the paint. The problem with this is that if you go over it too much, you're not going to know where the line is. And I hardly ever use under. The best thing to do is cut it to over. There you go. And now you can still see the lines. That way, if you go over, you can always go back and fix where you went over. So right now, they have DLC packs with this. They just released the Christmas one. They have the Halloween one, which I really like. And then they have the free, I think they're like $1.99 though. They're not a lot. And then the Welcome to Vermillion. If you want to follow along with Bob Ross, this little button up here will bring you up to YouTube automatically. And then you can just hit Bob Ross.
Welcome back. I'm glad to see you today.
And then you can follow along with him. Most all the colors he'll use is right here, but you might have to mix this blue in with the light blue to get a lighter blue that he uses. Eh, too light. All right, there you go. Yeah, I have friends. I just saw your question, your comment. I have a lot of friends who want to paint when I paint, but they're not a painter. Or they have family members that are older, and they want something to keep them busy. This will do that. Let me show you the one that I was going to do initially. It's not letting me select on it. I'm supposed to be able to select on it. Boy, Vermillion's really messing up today. There we go. Oh, we'll do the flower. So what it is with one of the pre-made packs, it doesn't look as scary as the one with all the itty bitty stuff, and you get all the colors. It's a little more professional looking than if you do it yourself, but it is so great. Of course, there's multiplayer. The avatars they use are the ones before the new ones, so you're not gonna have your legs. Export is a little different now. I think it's really harder to get your picture off of the headset. Can show you. I have my own personal palette. Let me show you how I did it. Because a lot of people ask me how they can do their own skin. There we go. Okay. I'll show you how to make your own skin palette. we'll need the canvas. I'm not sure how we'll be able to do this since the white button's not working, but we'll try it. All skin tones are going to come from these colors. I don't care if you're the whitest of white or the blackest of black, you're all going to come from these colors. Actually, I need a better red. I don't know why they gave me that red. That red's a little too bright. So we have that one, and then we're going to add that. It's going to make it a little bit orangey. I don't know if you could. I'll try to hold it up for you. It's going to make a yellowy orange, and then we're going to add a blue. Just a dot of blue, not a whole lot. So now we have an orange with a hint of blue. And then we're going to slowly start adding white. But the white's not cooperating. And then we're going to add more red. You wouldn't think blue would make a big difference, but it really does. Everybody's skin tone has more blue in it than you think. So when you're casting shadows, your shadows are actually blue, not a dark gray, even though people want to tend to paint them that way. Ain't that freaking amazing? And then we're going to go here, and we want to go darker. So when you're going darker, you want to add more red and more blue. It doesn't look like what's coming on the canvas, and that's because we are on a wood board. But yeah, you can do anything with just these little bit of colors right there. And if you want to go even darker, sometimes you have to get the black. You'll just go in and add a little bit of black to make it even darker. But the rule of thumb, even when I was in painting class, you don't shade with black, you shade with blue. All right, let me check my messages. Yeah, I really need the Google Drive. Hold on, my phone's about to die, and I'm gonna need to talk to y'all. Let me hook up my phone. I'm gonna try and get somebody to help me fix that YouTube chat, uh, so I can have it next time. I was really looking forward to using it. I think I only used it for one stream. Okay. Another friend of mine asked, and I'm gonna answer their questions about blending, because I started a Sabrina Carpenter before, because I was trying to teach them how to do blending. It's really not that hard, but I have friends that can't grasp the concept of blending. Bless their hearts. So when you're doing your painting, your portraits, oh, Okay. When they're doing the portraits, let me get a base color. So here's the base. Here's the base, right? When they want to do shading for the head, they will only use one color. And that color might be the side of the nose or around underside of the chin. There's more parts of the face that need shading than just your nose and your chin. If you want your painting to be overall 3D, you don't want it to look 2D. You want it to be 3D. So let's say this is the face, right? We're not going to do a really good face. I just want to show you something. Let me go to the top layer. Let's say this is the hairline. See the hairline right there? Let's say this is our eyes. And we have nostrils. And this is usually where it goes really deep into the eyes. Then you have your eyebrows. And we're going to do our mouth. And this is where the chin is. And I've read this in books and saw this on other YouTubes. Uh, your face, you want to break your face up. Your blood pools in certain areas when you blush, which is this area. So the middle part of the face is your blushing part. You'll see a lot of pink tones there, even if they're not wearing blush. The lower part of your face is your blues. That's because of the shadings. Your upper part of the face is yellows, and this includes the top parts of your cheeks. So from there up is your yellow skin tone because that is where light hits the face. And you want to look right in here, usually around the bridge of the nose, it gets really dark. So there's shading here, slight shading here, and a lot of shading around the temples if they have long hair, or depending on how the head's rotated. And how much the hair is, you'll have whatever's exposed like this, you'll have shading. And usually the bottom part of the nose, depending on where your light's coming from, the lower part of the nose is shaded and will come down from that. And sometimes the lips, depending on how big the lips is, it'll come down from that. Uh, I hope any of that made sense. I guess I could. Hold on, I didn't think about that. I think you just saved me. I'm not logged in, and I don't want to look for my password book. Uh, well, there I am. You saved me for Vermillion. Where is this one? Oh, here we go. But But is it showing the chat though? Is the thing. Oh, wait. But is it
Nope.
showing the chat though? Is the thing. It's not showing me the chat. Is the problem.
Nope.
Cancel. It's not showing me the chat. Is the problem. Cancel. Oh well. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. It was a good idea, but I gotta figure out how to get it to work like that. Back to the painting. So how I have my palette set up, I have my blues, my blushes, my yellows, and then the darker tones, which I gotta make a lot more. I'm gonna end up having to redo this palette anyway, so that's fine. So I already used a yellowish base. Oh, wrong layer. All right, so if we do a little bit darker, and I'm gonna keep this not all the way down, but not halfway. We'll go with a little bit darker. And sometimes, depending on your lighting, and we'll do a lighter one. Now, it's based on style, how you want to go from here. And we'll add some white. Let's just say for giggles that there's hair here. So we're going to cast a shadow. Shadow. And we'll do shadow. And we'll do dark. Okay. So here we are just for giggles. So a lot of people like leaving brush strokes. That's fine depending on the style of painting you want to do. But I like to go in and blend the portraits I do on here. But still leave it rough enough that you can see texture. And of course, you're going to have a shiner depending on the lighting of your painting. That's why we added white up here. And these are just the base colors. You're going to want to come in and add more peach color. So what I'm doing is I'm blending with a clean brush. I clean every time, just enough to blend in, but not quite. And of course, if they really have deep cheekbones. Okay. So for adding our pink for our blush. I don't add all the color. I mean, I'm not going to go cover up what we just did, just to do the top part of it, and then we just blend. And then we're going to blend out. And then we're going to do pink. And by the way, this app is very hard to get certain colors. So if you end up with the perfect pinks, you need to save that palette because you did a good job. And a lot of people like to do paint parties in multiplayer where they share their palettes. Unless you want to be a Scrooge and not share your colors. You know what? There we go. And we're just going to have to blend it in. Like I said, you still see brush strokes. It's just not overly noticed like up here. And that's how I do my blending when I do my portraits. What features would I like to see come to Vermillion? Glad you asked. Here's my complaints about Vermillion. Things I would like to see happen in the future with changes. Um, this brush is the biggest pain in the butt I have ever seen. Getting paint to actually get on the brush, well, now it's doing it. But usually when I go to use this brush, I end up with this kind of texture right here. Like it struggles with the bristles. You know how it is putting paint on bristles? It's like I need you to put paint on the brush. So I have a hard time using this one. I don't like it. So I will hardly ever use that brush. Um, and another thing I would like, I would like more palette knives, like maybe a bigger palette knife. Um, let me go black with that. When Bob Ross tells you to do certain things with the palette knife to get a certain texture, sometimes it's hit or miss. Like how he says roll the paint on there. You can't roll the paint on there. I want better palette knives. I want more sizes. I want another one of these. This is as small as it goes. If I could have another flat brush, but half that, that would be awesome. That would be really cool. Let's see. Was there anything else? I was just thinking about this the other day. Neon colors. I would really love neon colors. Like we have the bright blue, but I'd really like a really um, bright pinks and bright oranges and things like that. Well, that yellow's kind of alright. So you have a bright yellow and a bright blue, but I want like bright pink, and neon uh, green. Do we have a green? Was there a green on the other one? Yeah, that's not bright enough. I want a true neon green. So I would love to see special colors, maybe metallics. Yeah, I would like to see that. I also would love to see a smaller. That's why I don't do landscapes. Like this is as small as the fan brush goes. So when you're doing Bob Ross, he has you do your line. Hold on, my dog is not happy. It's okay, baby. So you do your line for your tree, and then you're supposed to start out. He says by the corner, right? And then you're just gonna zigzag down. Is that how I'm getting it? I'm just not a tree maker. Is the problem? I could do bushes, but I can't do trees. Well, I guess this tree looks all right. Let me show you what I mean. So I did this Bob Ross. It was the last painting of 2024. Me and a friend did a Bob Ross session. These fan trees look like garbage. So if you want to do a video on how we could do better trees, I would love to for Vermillion, but I could not do Vermillion trees. As far as environments, I would like to see like a haunted house, a really good haunted house though, or a really good. I started to do because you have on the PC version. I don't know if you use the PC version. They have a special. You can make your own environments. I have one of a YouTuber's studio. It's nothing major, nothing special. But I was going to work on a haunted asylum where the beds are turned over and all messy, and you might see a ghost or something pass by. I was going to do that, but I got sidetracked with Horizon projects and didn't get to finish it. But I'd like to see some more spookier stuff. Um, I gotta get with somebody who knows how to do the overlay because if you have the PC version, you can go into any other game and it'll pop Vermilion up over it, and then you can paint inside that game. So there's a lot of really nice environments in VR chat. I would love to do live sessions from. The problem with that is when the game overlays, I'm seeing all the stuff I'm supposed to see, like this stand, that stand, but it's not. It won't let me grab for the brushes or anything. So it's kind of just there, but not. I don't know how to describe it. You can look at it, but you can't play with it, and that's my problem. So yeah, I gotta go on Discord and see if I can find someone who's actually done it. Do you have a favorite environment you would like to see? My favorite environment in here, though, is usually the manor. I have used the lake before. It's kind of it's all right. It's kind of bland. Oh, let me show you real quick the difference between this and do I have it downloaded? Oh, if you see any game that you would like me to try in a different live, I will gladly do that. I have a million of them. Gesture VR is another good art app. It has little figures and you can draw the figures. I might do that on a session. Multi brush, I love multi brush. I may have got pissed off. Oh, there it is. I was like, I didn't. Sometimes I get so angry at this app that I take it off and then I reinstall it later. Brushworks was a VR art app that you only could get through from the website. And they decided to put it out to be a competitor to Vermillion. This is almost to the point where it could be a legit, really good Vermillion killer. But once they put it out, they did one update on it and then never again. Oh, Jungle would be perfect. This app is so irritating. Okay. What I liked about the app is it actually had a clock in it, which is awesome. This is Brushwork Studios. I'm not saying it's a bad app, but I am saying it's a bad app. Um, like I said, they kind of it's like the games on Steam. We're gonna release an app, and then just to get the sales, and then we're gonna go on and do something else. They have a whole team working on this app. Vermilion only has one guy working on it. But what I like about this is there's no table, and it has a cup attached to it. You get way more colors, way more colors. You get way more brushes. You even can do charcoal. I'm not going to do anything else with this painting, so I'll just go ahead and do it over it. It is not letting me hold it. There we go. So you can do charcoal artwork. You can do paintings. There's a sketchbook, but I'm not sure what that's for. So let me tell you how awesome this is. Let me create a new one. No, I should do this one. Really? We're going to delete it. So you can do custom sizes or you can do a predetermined size. I'm just flinging everything around. All right, the difference with this app and the other app is the color wheel. You can have any little color you want, and you don't even have to mix it. You see that? It is so awesome. Let's do sky color. So you're going to grab the brush which you have to keep your hand held down for. We're going to clean the brush. Okay. With this app, there's a little teardrop. The more paint you use, the more that teardrop will go down. I need a darker color so you can see this. So here's thin. Ooh, I like that. But then you could start adding layers, right? If you want a really thick oil paint, you can see that, and you can't see that on Vermillion. So when it says your thickness is up in Vermillion, you're not getting this kind of thickness. Let me see if I can rotate my head so you can see it. It's really, really thick as opposed to the thin. There are different size brushes. Let's see. You're going to do a tree. You're going to do a Bob Ross type painting, right? Oop. It just comes out looking better than Vermilion. I think if they would get their ball going and actually doing updates for this would be really awesome. Because, like I said, it has so much potential. And then, of course, you have your really big brushes. Your blender brush is what that says that is. Your 2 inch. I don't have ink, paint on it. Oh no, this is your blender, which has paint on it. Why does blender have paint on it? So you can blend. The blending is awesome in here. All right, are you ready for this goodness? All right, let's say. Oh, I need darker. I like the painting knives so much better because you can put on paint really thick. Like if you do the knives in Vermilion, oh, clearing that. Okay, I got the paint too thick on it. Too thick. You can go in and change the amount of blending and stickiness. Anyway, I just like the knife better. I don't know if you tried out this or not. This is not. I think it was like a $14 app. It might be even cheaper now. Let me check. No, I think I did get it for 14. But like I said, they don't do any updates. They put it out and let it go. The only thing they really updated was the browser, and it's hit or miss. Um, eh, getting around is a pain. There we go. So you come here. to the cabinets. And this is where all your paintings you saved goes. You can save it to archives and you can come look at everything you've ever done. And then they're supposed to have added a gallery so you could put your artwork up. That never got completed. And I think this has been out for like 2 years, maybe a year and a half. You can also bring your whole studio out here and paint out here on the balcony, which is awesome. You can put your name there in the title of the painting. Where's the setting? Yeah, so this is Brushwork Studio. I got obsessed for a while. Yeah, it never left early stage, which is crazy. Like, they just did one update to fix the browser, but that's it. Um, I'm probably going to end this soon. My dogs are getting really antsy. Let's see. I'll show you what we're going to be doing. Tomorrow we'll be doing more Vermillion if the white is working. I don't want to have to reset that app again. So we're going to try to finish the painting we started today. And then we're going to work on Such Art. I don't know if you've heard of this one. It's a cheesy little game, but I like it. I had the PC version and I would use a graphic tablet with it. This game is different from the PC version, although I haven't been back on, so they may have updated it. The mouse control is really wonky though. I guess that's because I'm used to using it with a mouse. But if you just like to blow off steam and not worry about producing good art, this might be a good one for you. When you start up, you get your own studio. You're supposed to be in space. You are an artist that is supposed to be fighting against AI art. So these robots put you here to do actual art. You have your computer here where you will be flooded with emails for commissions for NPCs. And then you can do really huge paintings. Let me show you how big they get. They get huge. This is the biggest painting for this. And you can move this up and down to paint. You can also come here and do small paintings. I'll just put, I already got one there. That's okay. You can also do murals on your wall, decorate your rooms. This is where you go to get your paint. Like you can pick that and it'll do every kind of shade of it. And these are ones if you don't want to go to that wall. But if you do want one, you press this button and it gets you a tube. You can also do spray painting. Oh, no, don't spray it. You only get so much paint before this becomes useless. And it's not like Vermillion where if you hold a brush, the brush will go onto the canvas. You're actually holding your hand at a distance, and then you're using the cursor to actually paint. And you can put one of these right here and press that button. So we'll do an actual uh, live stream on this next week because this is just such a fun game. Doing the commissions, anything you have to destroy, you can send in here. When you order new brushes and supplies, they come out through here. You just press that button, and then you can build like a lounge there. When you have used all of your paint, you exhausted it. This one's almost completely exhausted. I'll do it. Yeah, we'll do this one. You'll bring it here, and you can at least get money back. It'll say you get 1 coin. I was working on this most of the night last night. And if you need more water for your buckets, you bring it here and get water. And then, of course, you can do a mural or put your paintings on the wall. You can also have your own art gallery if you don't want to do commission paintings. All right. So this is what they consider their VR headset. It's a virtual art gallery. Oh, I'm gonna buy that. I'll have to save my money. So the people who visit this art gallery are going to be NPCs. Oh, you can have more floors too. The whole purpose of the game, as far as career, is to earn fandom. All your paintings will come down here, and like I said, you don't have to do professional looking art. That's my stupid unicorn. You just want to do commissions in order to get paid. Is pretty much it. If you're starting out with this game, you only get like 3 brushes maybe, and you're not going to be able to do professional looking art. When you get more supplies and more brushes, you'll be able to do it. Yeah. So when I get better looking paintings, I'll put those here so I can get more fame. There we go. So this is what I have in store for next week. I'm not going to save my session because I was just showing y'all this. I did just get Exploding Kittens. That's a fun one. I'm not sure if I want to do that online or not. I definitely want to do some VR chat stuff. Oh, next week we're going to do the mixologist. We're going to have a happy hour where we'll talk and I will make drinks and stuff like that. If you're curious about getting a bartending game, there's that one, and then there's Bartender Simulator. I have both. I just have the other one installed. The mixologist is way better because you don't have to remember every single bottle or drink that needs to go into the drink. They leave the list up and you just go from there. So I really like mixologist better. So we'll do that one. And then I think one day we might have to do a coffee one, coffee quest. Some Dungeons of Eternity would be fun too. But like I said, if there's anything you see, I have a good selection of games, and these are the ones that are installed. I have 188 that are not installed. So yeah. All right, my dogs are needing to go out. Oh yes, very different painting style. I'm gonna have to end the live, go take care of dogs, and get breakfast. We'll do a longer session tomorrow, and hopefully everything's working tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I'll have to get back over. Eh. I will also have more videos coming up this weekend as well. I gotta switch my position. Okay. Oh, there it is. It says YouTube live chat. So after I get done eating, I'll work on that how to stream thing with the casting so that you can see how that's done. All right, I'm coming. I'm coming. Oh, that's my puppy crying. Okay, we're going.